All right. Okay. Yeah! Hi, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well. It's time for a track review. Hey, buddy. My thoughts, my feelings, my opinions on a brand new song or single that just came out. Today, Baby Keem and Kenny are back with a brand new track, doubling up on a beat, doubling up on a song. This time it's titled The Hillbillies. We had Family Ties, we had Range Brothers, and now it's The Hillbillies. Because they're Hillian and Billion and Million and Zillion all over this track, I guess. Quick shout out to our sponsor, good people over at The Ridge, still making these amazing, sexy, sleek, fantastic, minimalist metal-plated wallets that fit nicely in that front pocket. If you want to grab one for yourself, promo code melon, link down below, check it out, 10% off the order, all you gotta know, ba-bam. Getting into the track, let's start with the instrumental. We have some very driving, groovy, dancey kicks all over this cut, prickly perks, a kind of ghostly Bon Iver sample that kind of haunts the song at various points, jumps in, jumps out. I think it adds quite a bit of color to the beat. Outside of that, there's not a whole lot of change across the instrumental. And in terms of like its style and its energy, there's something that reminds me a little bit of, kind of the jitteriness of Uzi Vert's Just Wanna Rock. It's pulling more from a club vibe. More of a club vibe. Anthony, what are you talking about?
This is a Kendrick Lamar song. This is a Baby Keem song. They're bringing a club vibe to the table.
I mean, I suppose in a kind of stark, weird, minimalist sort of way, they are. The whole track kicks off with kind of a weird, eccentric, little spoken word passage from Kendrick Lamar. And, I like how him and Keem, as they continue to collaborate, they bring just weird, eccentric, funny vibes out of each other. Like the chemistry between these two is incredible and really entertaining. It's great that Keem tracks continue to be a place where Kendrick can hop on and just take himself less seriously, be a little silly, play around, not give in to the pressure to come out with a track that is the deepest and most profound thing that anybody can listen to, because Kendrick Lamar is such a talented rapper and songwriter that he can just really write direct, tongue-in-cheek, catchy stuff, and it hits. It doesn't need to be super deep or, dig to a dark emotional place. While it's amazing when he does do that, and it's what makes him unique that he has the capacity to do that, lighthearted stuff is fun too. And I would say that's probably the most defining term that I could throw onto this track as far as a description. It's lighthearted. While there's no shortage of party music out there in mainstream pop and hip hop, the closest thing I could think of to the vibe of this is, again, that Uzi Vert cut, but it's the lyrics and the chemistry between Keem and Kendrick that make it sound so odd and so unique. As Kendrick and Keem go back and forth rapping with these kind of deadpan, but also kind of silly voices. Like they're not trying to be as animated as possible, but you can tell they're being super dry, especially when you look at the stuff that they're rapping about, be it their clothes or their charisma. They're getting kind of flirty too as well, but as they're kind of rapping about the romantic situations that they're in on, they're not being super committal or anything like that. Now, the track may lack the giant, over-the-top, hard-hitting horn sections of Family Ties. It may not have the super crazy, weird, out there refrains of, Range Brothers with top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. So if you're looking for something in this track that is on that level, weird and instantly recognizable and quotable because of just how left field it is, I don't know, we're not necessarily there, but this track is still way more unique than most songs that we've gotten so far this year that are going to have this level of mainstream visibility. It is interesting and unexpected to hear Keem and Kendrick over this style of instrumental kind of working their way into this very clubby, dance-centric genre of hip-hop. There's undoubtedly a really deep artistic and personal connection between Keem and Kendrick on the song, which is why they're able to collaborate on it so effectively. We're not just talking about, one person takes one section of the track and the other person takes another section of the track and, maybe they're rapping about the same thing. Maybe they've got a similar flow. Maybe there's some semblance of collaboration there. This is not at all like that. This is way more intimate of a crossover with Keem and Kendrick being right on top of each other in terms of subject matter, bouncing off of each other, throwing out trades bar after bar, and just really being on the same page, in the same book, in the same language, in the same section of the fucking library. They're using the Dewey Decimal System. Once again, Kendrick and Keem's collective energy is just infectious, and it's hard to ignore and hard to turn away from. I think, like the two previous tracks we've heard them collaborate on, most likely we are going to hear the song land on a Baby Keem album, and a Keem album in 2023 would be absolutely necessary, I would say. However, their crossovers up until this point have been so consistently fun. Part of me does kind of hope that down the road, maybe we hear a Keem and Kendrick album, or at the very least, we're going to hear more from these two in terms of output in the very near future, because it seems like this track is being released on the whole PG Lang thing, and Kendrick seems like he's kind of exploring his freedom to create outside of kind of the mainstream label space. Either way, Kenny and Keem prove themselves once again to be one of the most fun duos to listen to in hip hop, even if their connections as a duo and their schedule of output as a duo is somewhat informal at this point. Kendrick, Kenny, the Hillbillies, it's a banger. I'm enjoying it. I hope you are too. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this track. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best. You're the best. What should I review next over here next to my head? It's another video you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Also, Tyler in the music video. That was pretty cool. That was cool. That was nice. Say Tyler in the music video in the comments if you made it this far into the video. Okay? Mwah. Anthony Fantano, forever.